Welcome to Team Howdy Cloudy, Team Technical Presentation. And for this deliverable 2 is being narrated by me and RJ. Primary functionality of this application is to automate the exchange of information of the donor referrals from hospital to the organ procurement organizations, OPOs, via UNO's APIs. Currently, most of this information exchange is done over the phone, and this application is going to be part of that framework which would automate this exchange of information completely. This is a provider-facing application. Somebody from a hospital ER would enter an information for a particular donor patient, and the application would collect the electronic health record information of a specific donor and pass the relevant information to the UNO's APIs. At high level, we are looking at this as a Dockerized Smart on Fire application. This application would be triggered inside a hospital workflow when a practitioner is at a point to transfer the donor information to UNOS. Once triggered, the application has two interfaces, one to hospital EHR and one to UNOS. For the hospital EHR, using the OAuth credentials and the FHIR server, the donor records are collected and presented to the practitioner. Practitioner in turn can validate this data and add missing information and then trigger a push of this data to UNOS. Once triggered, again on the UNOS side, using the OAuth at UNOS and the referral APIs, the data would be passed to the UNOS system. The actual organ donor procurement organizations, OPOs, collect this data from UNOS using their own separate set of APIs. And since this application needs to support multiple EHRs, this should be a configurable applications where using few configuration changes, the application should work at different EHRs. Here, we are looking at the details about this architecture. The interfaces to OAuth, the FHIR server, and the UNOS APIs are shown in detail. As we can see, each of these interfaces require multiple communications between the APIs and the application, but the smart framework would make this interface simpler by already providing these APIs. We can think of OAuth as a control plane and the FHIR server as a data plane. Same thing on the UNOS interface side.
Screen 1, the user login screen, demonstrates that proper authentication is imperative to our solution. In most cases, this authentication will be handled by the hospital's own EHR system. The user, a practitioner, logs into the hospital's EHR and upon successful authentication will be presented with Screen 2. Screen 2 allows the practitioner to search for a certain patient that is ready to donate organs, such as John Doe in this example. At this point, the practitioner will be able to select the Timely Donor Referral app as it is integrated seamlessly into the hospital's EHR system as a Smart on Fire application. In Screen 3, our Smart on Fire solution opens an iframe in the context of the current patient. This frame will display the extraneous information such as the hospital's and practitioner's details. Screen 4 shows the donor details. These are the donor's identification details that are pulled from the FHIR server. The practitioner is able to confirm these details or modify them on a needs basis. In Screen 5, the clinical details that pertain to the diagnosis or cause of death and other details are verified by the practitioner. If everything looks good, the Submit button is pressed and the new donor is submitted to the UNOS API. Screen 6 will show the response of the UNOS API whether the information was successfully received or not. Upon request of the UNOS team, we have decided to develop this solution with a Dockerized.NET app with an Angular front end. This would mimic the architecture they use with their current systems. Here's an update for our current Gantt chart. As you can see, we are on schedule and will begin development next week. For the next few weeks, we plan to create a Docker container to run the Timely Donor Referral app, configure the Jenkins file for continuous integration, begin authentication hurdles with OAuth and other authentication processes, and we'll be working on the integration with the UNOS API.